Okay.
And welcome back, everybody, to another live stream of the Menagerie Wild Beyond Witchlight. We are back with most of our crew today. We had the one we were missing last time. We're missing one this time, but that's fine. Where we last left off, you guys had entered the Feywild. Right here, a couple rabbit people tried to rob you and got scared off. You guys rescued a little dragon man. You guys found a nice, wonderful innkeeper in a walking inn. And you guys met Jingle Jangle the goblin and got some keys from her. And talked to a wonderful hill that was very nice to you guys. Where we last left off, you were at the bottom of the hill. You know vaguely where the bandits are supposed to be, and you didn't hear this because you weren't here. You and Esmos, I believe it's both of you guys. Let me double check my little note here. Yeah, you and Esmos both feel like a nagging in the back of your head, like something you're missing is nearby. And it's gently pulling you guys probably in the direction of the bandits, but not exactly.
Well then, let's go to the bandits.
Yeah, let's go see him. I don't like having nagging feelings.
Yes, I agree.
It reminds me too much of being married.
Oh, you were married? Please, tell me what happened. What? You don't sound too happy about it.
Well, would you be if you lost a 30-acre farm?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But as the flying type, I don't really need that. I get around to myself just fine.
Try as in here. Yes, okay. No, it's not in here. I had something that at least told me some of the is it in this? Reaching button. No. Oh yeah, random kind. There we go. So, as you guys head out, let's see. I need to double check something. There is something about water. Is it on the features? It's probably on the features. Sorry about that. Okay. So, as you guys go down the hill, you notice that since you guys got here, the water levels went up.
I'm not touching the muck. I'm just flying above it.
Yes, but the water levels, for those who can step in it, have reached 5 feet deep in most areas.
Oh man.
Wait, I need to double check how tall I am.
You are not 5 feet, Mister.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure you're small. Yeah, you're small. So at most you're 3 foot.
Help!
If you can clean yourself off, I'll give you a ride. You're not riding dirty.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
That sounds so wrong.
I caught it as I was saying it, and I was just like, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna say anything about
Yeah.
it. It is what it is.
You know. It's too late to hide it now.
See the water? How clean is the water?
It's swamp water.
Oh wait, do you know what? I don't even think Pipes would think about it. Pipes is gonna try and clean himself with the swamp water.
Well, I don't think that works.
Okay. Who could have guessed?
Yeah, you start getting more rank smelling.
If I had prestidigitation, I would be able to help you, but I do not.
Can pipes swim? Wait.
I don't know. Can pipes swim?
Yeah, no, this is something for you. Like, do you think Pipes would have learned how to swim living in an underwater city?
I mean,
My guess
there's
is
always
no.
Can I roll to see?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see. Roll
Odds
me.
you do, evens you don't.
Yeah, that's good. Roll me any dice you want. Odds you do, evens you don't.
Okay, gonna go big and go. Okay.
Evens you don't.
Okay.
I
Now,
thought
will
even
Pipes
you did.
tell?
I thought it even said you did. I
Oh
don't
wait,
know.
is it evens I did or?
I thought it was. I could be wrong. He said you didn't. You didn't.
Okay.
Now, will Pipes tell them that you can't swim?
Does I might think that pipes might not realize they can't swim, and might just try anyway. Wait, I'm sure it'll be fine. Pipes is gonna try and swim, but I can just jump off the bottom or something.
Okay. Roll
I'll
me
just be
in athletics. Let's see how well you swim for the first time in your life.
okay.
You guys see Pipes push off into the water and then go under the surface.
No.
Can I help him?
What are people wanting to do?
Can I help him?
Yes, yes you can, Horror. You can swim. You can breathe underwater. You can easily help him up to the surface. Pipes, you get a big breath of air as you pop up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I wouldn't try to fly. Can you fly?
I can fly.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to do that.
I'm going to fly.
Use one of your charges of that item.
Yes. Wait, how many charges of it do I have again? Sorry.
So, go into your inventory. I believe. It might have been. Is it in bio? Yeah, it's in bio. You have 3 charges.
Okay.
They last for an hour each.
Okay, I'm gonna use a charge.
Easy.
If you clean
Okay.
yourself off, you can fly with me. I don't care. You gotta clean yourself.
How heavy is he?
He's like a gnome or like a halfling, so probably a good 60 pounds at most.
Pretty light.
By the way, Tom, I meant to ask, who did you give inspiration to in the other game, or did you just give it to the players?
I just tried to give it to the players.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
You can direct it to somebody or just give it to the group. It's fine either way.
Okay.
We haven't had a long rest yet, have we?
You did at the inn, the walking inn. So you haven't had it since before the mountain, but you have had one.
Okay. Because I can't remember if I used the gift of Ultricity that gives everyone D8 on initiatives. I think I did. At the end, I thought I did, but I don't have it marked down if I did or didn't.
It takes a minute to use. You touch a willing creature, and yeah, you did that during the long rest. Me and you talked about that.
Okay,
So
that's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, I looked at it. I remembered what you were talking about. I guess I should add that to everybody's initiative for now. For the duration, which is up to 8 hours. So if you guys get in combat within the next 8 hours, everybody gets a D8. Yeah. So, did you say you picked him up, Ho Ho?
Yeah, I'll carry.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what are you going to do, Sid? Can Sid swim?
I'm not gonna lie. I was in the bathroom for the first like 10
Okay,
minutes.
so when you guys started descending the mountain, the swamp water has rose to about 5 foot. So the marshy land is now underwater.
Am I dirty?
You haven't been in the water. You haven't said so, so you're no dirtier than walking in the marshland.
Esmos, can I have a ride?
If you're clean.
Can I check for cleanliness?
As clean as he ever is.
Here, roll D4. One the odds you are, evens you aren't.
Odds you are.
So odds you are, you're clean.
I being fully
Yeah, I'm pretty
committed to
clean.
the water.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Yes, Kelly.
Me being fully committed to the water, I'm gonna try to find a spot of flowing water to sit in.
There's a
I'm assuming the water's rising, so it's
Yeah.
moving somewhere.
yeah, it's a gentle flow. It's not too
Yeah,
much.
I'm like, none of it's gonna be clean, but that's
Gonna be the cleanest.
I might get a breath of fresh water there.
So for anybody in the water, which I think is just you, Kelly, just you, Har. You have a swim speed, right?
Yes, I do.
Then it's not difficult terrain for you. So you're good there. Everybody else is flying or being carried, so you should be good there. So, where are you guys heading to?
Bandits? Are we heading just towards the bandits?
Towards the
or-
nagging.
Towards the nagging, which is in the general, like, up to the northwest rise. You know you've been told, and I know Esmos saw it from the sky, this giant stump, which is apparently where the bandits are. So yeah. Everybody has permissions with this token, right? To move it, I believe. So we can move it when needed. Oh, nobody has permissions. Okay, let me just... I don't want to see it, though. Can I am going to edit token. I want it hostile, so I don't see it. Anyways. So you guys start heading towards the nagging. So as you guys head up that way, I think you see... You guys see something that Esmos saw a little bit. Yeah, it's a field where it seems like iridescent bubbles are coming out of the muck and like floating up a little bit. Like, how do you... how do you guys try to avoid it? Because it's like right in front of her. I know the 4 people can fly over it, but like, are you gonna try to like go around it or just blow through it, or?
I mean, is swimming under/around it a possibility?
You can give me a survival check to try to go around it without popping anything. Like, to try to find your way around where no bubbles are.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and use that inspiration that we used before we
Okay.
make rolls.
Why is that not a good roll for you?
I just have a +1, so it's not bad, but
Okay.
I'd rather give myself better chances if I can.
Okay. It's a good thing you did, Kelly. Because that was in that one otherwise. DC was 10, so you figure you go through. There was a close call with some bubbles popping near you, but you like held your breath and didn't move, and they kind of didn't hit you, and you get through the field just fine. As you guys continue on. And I think traveling wise, you guys probably start feeling tired. The people carrying people. When you'll be the first one to notice that the water seems to be descending again, and when I say that, you feel something hit your foot as you feel the ground like getting closer to you. It's slowly over time, but it definitely, you definitely notice it. As after,
I wonder how frequently that happens.
well, what you see as it starts going down, you do see off to your side like what looks to be not a whirlpool, but it looks to be like an intake of water. As the water finally like gets low enough for you to stand, you see what looks to be a well of some kind, and the water is going into the well. It's ringed by like around the well. It's hewn stone that are like 10 foot diameter around it, where and each one rise about 15 feet out of the ground. Let's see, do I have a handout for that? I don't think I do. Yeah, so you see that. Everybody else, you see that the ground is now visible. So the ones being carried can be dropped off if they want.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll drop them off.
Do you gently put them down, or do you just let go of them?
Nah, I'll be nice. I
Okay.
put them down.
A benevolent God.
I know, right? I've been molested.
Carried like a baby in his arms. So you're now on the ground. What about you, Ho Ho? Are you putting pipes down too?
But I'm gonna put him on top of the rocks,
Okay.
the wall.
So as you fly over to the wall surrounding this thing, you guys see what looks to be little. Let me see if I don't have any. I want little floating lights float around. Boom. As they come out, almost like in greeting to you guys.
Hello.
I just need to see if, of course, okay. So they, you hear out in common and like little joyous, like almost like fae voices, like what you imagine fae would be, like fairies and stuff. Like hello and hi and like all of the different hellos you can see. There's about 3 of these things floating up around you.
Would I know what these would be?
Roll me an Arcana. as these things, after they say hi to you, yeah, you would know that they're will-wisps. Typically they're undead creatures, but that doesn't mean they're evil. As these creatures do ask you, Pipes, who you are. Like, who are you? Why are you here?
King Pipes. I'm here with my friends on adventure.
That's very interesting. We used to be friends too, as they kind of like gesture towards each other, and then these awful floods came, and now we're little spirits floating about.
Ooh, yeah, I understand. Pipes cannot swim.
Such a pity. If only these floods were to go away, then nobody else would be stuck in them.
I feel like this is just two people blessing each other's hearts.
Is there a way to get rid of the flood?
Bavlorna is the one that causes the floods. We wouldn't know how to stop. We can't go more than a couple hundred yards away from this well, as they kind of float towards the well.
At least it's a nice well.
It used to be nice, back before Bavlorna was here. It didn't spew out nasty swamp water.
Well, then it sounds like we need to get rid of this person.
Oh, will you? We'd be ever in your debt.
Well, I can't make that sole decision. It's up to us as a group, but
Group huddle.
They kind of respectfully float away from you guys.
what's that person's name again? I'm sorry. How do you spell it?
Bavlorna. B. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, cool. That's actually how I spelled it. Nice.
Gotta love when that happens.
Right.
So Pipes called for a group huddle.
Okay, group. Shall we see what's going on here?
I vote yes.
We have a reason why.
It helped.
Help. But
Yeah.
what happens if we don't?
The place remains flooded, and Pipes cannot swim.
Man, that is
That's
true.
a good point.
That's a very good point.
But what if it's dangerous?
What
Oh.
isn't dangerous?
Wait,
Living on a
is
farm, worshipping at an altar. You know, living in solidarity and with a community so that you don't get killed.
Is everything else dangerous?
I mean, depends on what you define as dangerous.
Oh,
Well, worshiping at an altar and accidentally saying the wrong god could be dangerous.
Well, you make your own altar.
Oh.
Yes. You make it to your most relevant deity at the time.
I'd like to imagine back at the end, in the room that Sid slept in, there's just a shrine to Esmos. Esmos and Ho-Ho, and there's feathers from both of you guys in the shrine that you guys don't know he took.
You're describing this, and all I can think of is Hey Arnold with her shrine.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna vote no on ground, so I don't feel safe.
Well, my vote is yes.
Terrible God. Come on, oh, you have chance to redeem this.
Terrible God. Wow.
Scott does not know peace.
Would you want to do the quest for a gift?
What, like the gift of never dying?
Well,
I don't think.
where's there the excitement?
That I don't want that excitement.
Would you do it for a birdie snack?
Make it 2 birdies.
Deal.
No, I changed my vote.
What about you, Hara? What do you feel about the situation?
I feel secure.
The only thing
can't
I have
really
to give you is some
drown,
rations.
so
What was that, Kelly?
I said I feel reasonably secure. I can't really drown, so
So you don't.
apparently there's always safety around here.
I like to imagine your birdie snacks with just little baggies of like bird seed that you keep.
I'd like to eat one for now and save one for later.
Could I try a birdie snack?
Your own bird snacks.
There.
I think one of the world worst floats up to you guys. Are you guys done discussing? It's discussing?
I think so. We're all for it. Let's go.
Oh, that's great news. Did you hear that, friends? As the other two floated. We can't do much to help you guys, but maybe this can help. And it's gonna be one of them touches pipes, one of them touches Eskimos, and who else looks to be the most willing to help? Like who else was vote? You.
Well, now that he's snacking on birdie snacks, he's eager to.
So Hara, you get touched too. For the next
For one birdie snack.
For the next 24 hours, you guys get 1d4 that you can at any time roll a dice and add that number to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. They give you a slight magic boon.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Can you point us in the direction that we need to go so we can solve this? Or help you or aid you?
when we could move away from the well, it was to the northwest through the town of Downfall.
Promising name. Alright.
I regret accepting 2 birdie snacks.
Is that nagging feeling coming from that direction?
100%. 100% that nagging feeling is in the general area of that direction. From when you were up in the sky, Ho-Ho and Esmos, you guys noticed that it seemed like even though fog covers the ground, you couldn't really see the ground. There was a place in that direction, past the stump and past the bridge.
Okay. I'm curious to see what's going on with the stump.
I'm just trying to point out the landmarks that you guys could see on the map.
Oh no, I appreciate it. The stump has piqued my curiosity. No reason to go other than it's just I'm curious about it.
Well, I'm stumped.
No birdie snacks for you.
I was gonna say that was too clever of a pun, But with that reaction from you, that's a perfect reaction to a pun made by him. So, they go back to the well. So yeah.
Wait, we made a long rest, right?
When you guys were in the inn that walked.
Flat. Made it all flat D20. Okay. Just for I just need to know when I get my fate points back.
Yeah, no problem. Do you guys continue towards the town or stump or in a random direction?
Just following the group, staying right in the middle.
I want to go to the stump, but I'm gonna follow whatever that nagging feeling is.
They're both in the same general area, like direction.
Let's go to the stump, guys.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys walk for another, let's say, 45 minutes. Except for you, Esmos, because you're flying still, as far as I know. Ho, you could walk or fly. It's up to you.
I'm gonna walk for a little bit.
When you guys start walking up here, and you guys are...
have a little mental image of Bird Hops as he's walking.
It's only been about it's been a while, so your feathers are starting to dry. Ho, by the way, that you know how you mentioned how long bird
I don't like
feathers
being
take.
wet.
Yeah, they're starting, like, it's been about 16 to 20 hours, so they're starting to dry out a bit more. As you guys are walking, you guys are probably getting to one of these, like, walkways. One of the longer ones. Let's see. The character that noticed would be you, Ho. As you are walking, you get an odd feeling that suddenly comes over you as you become aware that somewhere along the way, a hunched, hooded figure has joined the group.
I'm gonna ask the hunched hood figure who he is.
The figure, like, stops walking and, like, laughs a little bit. Says, I was wondering, and you guys would notice me, as he casts off his cloak and a 15-foot long bright blue scarf. A 15-foot bright blue scarf trails off of him. And he kind of bows a little bit, like, well done on your perceptive eyes. I'm Agdon Longscarf, at your service. I wanted to see if you would notice me. I snuck my way into here. Just to see what would happen. I thought it would be a fun experience. After all, I've heard about you by my men when they so hastily attacked you, even though I did not give them the command to. He is a Herringon, by the way.
Hello.
And like, hello there, young boy. I'm gonna post his picture now.
Hello there.
That's a long blue scarf.
It's 15 foot long.
Cool.
Just
Go ahead.
go along.
Yeah, quite literally. He looks at you, Pipes. He's like, and what's your name, my young Herringon boy? Hello.
What is your name?
As I said, I'm Agnon, but you have a familiar look about you. Somebody I knew from years ago.
Was their name Pipes?
No, her name was not. But she did work with me for a number of years before running off with another Herringon. I was unable to stop them. I haven't seen her in about 3 decades or so.
How long is 3 decades?
Well, let's. He just looks at you guys.
Just shrug. I don't have an answer.
Is it like this
I'm
long?
eagerly
Pipes will hold out their
anticipating the
arms.
time.
You're eagerly anticipating the time. What? Huh?
Yeah, like the answer.
Oh, he looks. He's like, how old are you, Pipes?
1 second.
I think it's on your bio. I think you're 25.
I am 25.
3 decades is about as old as you are. A little bit longer.
I see. That is long.
Yes, indeed.
You look kind of like you.
I wouldn't say he looks like me. You should see the friends that I mentioned. He does look an awful lot like her. But enough about me and about him. I wanted to, and before you get antsy, I don't want to fight, but I like you guys. You guys seem scrappy. But I'm in a little bit of a bind because my people think the world of me, and they are upset at my people for what they did and upset at you guys for attacking them. Now, I don't want to punish you guys. However, because you guys look strong enough, I'll do this. If you guys put on a little show for my people, I will help you get where you're going, and I'll make sure my people leave you alone afterwards.
What kind of show are you requesting of us?
Well, we have a nice arena over there, and a couple other people that need to be punished.
I could sing.
Unless your singing is really bad, I don't think that's the punish that my people are looking for.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at you, Esmos, because he kind of gets the idea that you're the smartest here, and you, Ho-Ho, because you look like the oldest. Even though that's not exactly the case, that's what it looks like to him. Right. So what about it?
So what do they need punished for?
Oh, well, you know, they went against our people, killed a couple of us. Still try to attack us every time we go and visit them to talk, so we just are trying to get rid of them at this point.
Are they Fae?
I mean, by the loosest definition.
Wait, so do you want us to fight to the death against these people?
Well, hopefully not your deaths.
Yeah, that's not to the death. Guys, we just had a conversation about this. Live safe, live long.
If it's just a show, can we just pretend?
Well, I can assure you that they probably aren't in the mood to pretend.
What if we pretend really well?
He just sighs.
What happens if we say no?
Well, I can't help you, and I can't promise my people won't take punishment in their own hands. This is by far the safest option for you guys.
I mean, you can just tell them not to, right?
Yes.
You're their leader.
But if I do nothing to you guys, they might feel like I'm either biased towards you guys, or they feel like I left the job to them regardless of what I say.
Or you could lie to them. I heard that people who lead other people are really good at lying.
I would never lie to my people.
Alright, what if we gave you something in exchange and not fight to the death? That sounds awful.
What's so awful? It's just a few goblins.
And? Why
And-
didn't you fight them?
Because I was going to, but this is a better chance. For you guys. What? Let me try a different direction, my small avian friend. What is it that you would like in life?
Safe, live long.
Oh, the safest way to live long is to get on the good side of anybody that might hurt you.
just avoid it.
You can't avoid danger forever.
I mean, you can't. But you could have also told your people not to go and rob people that just show up and...
Oh, well, how do you think we've had to? We work for Bavlorna. It's the only way to stay safe around here.
Okay, so why don't we just get on her good side?
Oh, why, I can't help you get there to get on her side unless you help me here. He looks at...
wandering around aimless.
He turns and looks at you, Asmus. Can you help me here, good sir? Like, it seems like I'm going in circles with your friends here.
Oh, nah, I definitely can understand that, but I mean, to counter that point, no one can really go against us if we just take them out of our way. I'm not opposed to helping you, but there's always more than one solution to things.
You are correct, but I don't want my people to get hurt by attacking you guys foolishly.
Can you just, like, slap each of us once and then go away and say, hey, you punished us?
Give us more information about the people that we need to go kill on your behalf.
So they have been raiding our settlement here for the last couple fortnights. We finally caught the main leaders and a couple of their mounts, and we were gonna put on a show today, and you guys showed up, and it just worked out really nicely. Go ahead.
What if we could get them to agree to no longer do this to you? Would they need to be still put to death by your
Unfortunately, they killed some of my men. So it's kind of a life for life thing.
But have you killed some of theirs?
We have tried, but we have not succeeded. They've been tricky to get. We've caught them live only because they got drunk off of what they stole from us and passed out.
Okay, well, I would at least like to talk to them. I'm not opposed, but I also like to get both sides of a story before I just go and kill someone. Unless they aggress me. That is a different story. I am following my adventuring rules that have been set forth to me.
Well, there's at least
a guide that I might need to fill out myself.
There's at least one, maybe. What about the rest of you? He looks at...
What role is that?
Pipes asked you which rule that was.
Oh, what do you mean? No one can oppose you if they're dead?
Yeah.
Roll 100.
No, one.
I love how you don't actually have
Is
it
that
in
like
there.
leave no enemy behind
Actually,
you alive?
I
What
mean,
if they're undead?
he looks at you, Ho Ho. He's like, "What about you? You look like you've seen your fair share of fights. How about another one?"
I will go talk.
What was that?
I will go with my friend and talk.
Do not think they will talk very much, but you're more than welcome to try.
You called me your friend.
The bird gods team up together against all other.
Are you gonna carve a new shrine?
Convincing, yeah. It'll be okay.
I need to find out if you stole any of Shun's feathers or if you just left him out because of spite.
Oh yeah, I left him out. 100%.
There's an anti-shrine to Shun.
So,
Dolls and stuff.
Little stuffed owls with needles in them.
he keeps that one in his bag. So let me see first if I can get rid of this. So I can activate this. So he's like, well, I'm afraid they are kind of in a chamber off the fighting pit. So if you would like to talk to them, it probably is better to do so there, in case they choose not to talk.
That is fine. I am okay with that.
Where are these goblins normally?
What?
Where are these goblins that are attacking you guys normally?
I do not know where they normally live. We only caught them because they passed out nearby. They probably are in one of the far, like, cave system along the walls or such. Maybe they're from Downfall. All I know is they've been raiding us, and we want to get rid of them. If you guys don't end up fighting them, shame, but we'll probably have to take care of them ourselves.
I wish I knew more about goblins.
I mean, you could roll a history to see if you know anything.
I mean, I could try. Yep, no. Wish I knew more about
So,
goblins.
sometimes they're green. They're kind of your height. That's about all you know. Anybody else have anything before you guys are led to where the goblins are kept?
Not off the top of my head, no. But if we do end up following through with this, how long have we actually been traveling in here for? Has it been very long?
It's probably been an hour before you got to the inn place. That was the rest. That was 8 hours, and then another 3 hours going up the mountain, coming back down, and making your way across this area.
Okay, so
Not a full day, but
okay. One of the conditions I was going to set forth is to provide us with some food. But if it hasn't been super long, I wouldn't be proposing that.
Yeah, but he does. You could always ask, because he seems hospitable, at least as much as possible. You got some food at the end, though, so.
Well, we'll see how the conversations with the goblins go. That'll be my bargaining point.
Okay. I will announce to my people that you will be in the arena and that you wish to talk with our prisoners. And at worst, there might be a fight. Though the way he says it, worst doesn't sound like he meant it's the worst case. So after a while, he leads you guys to this arena, and it starts filling with a little bit of people, hoping that a fight would break out. As when he calls out loud that with magically enhanced voice that the show is about to begin. You guys could easily have done an insight on him at any point. He has not lied to you that you know of yet. As the door opens, and you guys see several goblins come out.
Hey, and I'm like, we have been lied to up until the point of we were supposed to be having this conversation next to the arena.
No, I could have sworn they were kept next to the arena, but he wanted you in the arena talking to them, is what I tried to portray. I didn't mean to lie. I said something different.
Well, that was the assumption I had. We would be in the arena, and if they didn't follow through with our talking, then we would already be here to fight them.
Okay, at least I may have been misconstrued with one person, but at least I didn't misconstrue all of you guys. So you guys see these goblins, like, I'm about to reveal them, but I'm trying to set the scene, like, laughing and manically swinging little short sword dagger type things, short swords. As there seems to be a slightly more well-dressed one that is behind them, just like prodding him forward, saying out loud in common that they will show them that they can't hold us captive. We'll show them all. And behind him are two big old wolf-like creatures. As you see all of this. Is that only one? Come on. There we go. As you see the goblins here with the captain probably in the middle there. As they turn and they look at you and see you across the arena. What would you like to do? They're not charging you instantly, but they are watching you warily. They know an arena when they see one.
Hello, my name is Esmus. We have been formally asked to handle this, but we also would like to talk to you guys before any actions are taken. Would you be opposed to talking to us?
He steps forward a little bit, but not too close to you. And he's like, and what would you like to talk about? I know why you're here. It's the same as anybody would be here.
Well, we would like to know your side of the story. They told us what their side of that you had attacked them multiple times, killed some of their people, and you are not going to stop, and this is why they have requested us to come.
I think as
would
you
like your side.
think as you're talking, one of the smaller goblins behind him is just like nodding his head as you're talking, until the one next to him like slaps him and gets him to stop. Now, we are just poor little travelers that happened too close to this is the captain again, the camp, and they ambushed us and took us captive.
And then negotiating a release should be easy. You should have a reason to fight. You should want to leave.
You would think that, but they kept us here, barely fed us, and they told us they were going to have us killed in this arena. You understand if we're a little jumpy at somebody that would...
The insight is to see how I feel by him saying that they're just travelers caught up in this mess.
So general things you'll notice, they seem to all have weaponry on them, whether they're travelers or not. He probably had a stable enough voice saying that. Like, it wasn't like he had, like, fluctuating voice. He wasn't, like, looking off to the side or something. He kept his eyes on you. It's a little hard to read him, just because he has a mask over the bottom half of his face.
Oh, okay.
But you don't know how exactly to read him. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of him.
Okay.
He's like, and they refuse to listen to any request to be of freedom or even normal amount of rations. And almost to prove his point, one of the goblins in the back like tries to pantomime that he's hungry.
Alrighty. Well, if you truly are travelers and you have come to these people a few times, I'll pause to think for a little bit.
I was just about to say, I'm going to lean over to Esmos and be like, we could ask them to submit their weapons until we leave the property, in which case we will return them, and they will just not return to this land, or this area, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to request them to, I don't know if there's a way to do it, like an oath or fealty, but fealty is just, I don't know if there's an oath to bind them. Do you know of anything like that? They could just, oh yeah, we swear fealty, and we turn our backs and they'll stab us. But if
I'm
if there's an
reasonably
oath, we can get them
convinced.
to.
I have one that might work.
Could I try and do a charm person on the goblin?
Let me see what charm person is and like what it exactly is and see. So a humanoid within range. Okay. I mean, you can always try.
The other notable thing is that the dude may not also be happy with whatever deal we strike because it may not be punishment enough in his eyes. So,
Well, could I roll, and I'm like a history, if I can think of anything that in the past, any sort of like not oaths, like an oath of servitude, oath of.
Are you looking to
loyal-
see if there's oaths like in your game?
Yeah, just to see if Esmos has ever heard anything of that.
You
And you can say no. That's okay.
I don't think there is in this setting. I don't think there's any legally binding oaths you can make.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's a very unique thing, but sometimes it can be implemented. So I wasn't sure.
We should also be very clear to them that like we were sent here to kill you. We're just trying to do it a diplomatic way, and like so I'm not worried about them stabbing us in the back. I'm worried about them trying to kill everybody else on the way out, which is why I would like to hold the weapons from these people's area to not on these people's area.
I fine to attempt to charm person then to see
if you want to and you're willing to, go ahead.
I'll confirm with the group
okay.
as well, like
am I okay to? I've got an idea that might work. I could try and charm him, and then ask him to say the truth, like to make sure because friends don't lie to each other, right?
Well, I'm pretty confident. I mean, we can see by everyone else's actions. Maybe they have been mistreated here, but they did perform these actions to deserve that. I mean, if anyone had killed my friends or family, I'd want, the same thing done. I just don't want to go around needlessly killing when you don't have to. Be it deserved or not. But if we can't get them, I don't know. What do you guys think? I really do feel like that nothing we say will cause them to change their ways. Did he tell us how many times they had been attacked by these goblins?
I think he said several times. If he said a more detailed amount, I don't remember what I said.
Okay. So, based upon his description, this, happened several times, and they're saying this happened once, and this is the reaction they're getting. I'm not sure how to take this. I don't think there's something that we can do that would make them stay away. What do you guys think?
I mean, I feel like we can make this suggestion, but I don't like the threat is death, either here or somewhere else. So,
right.
I mean, there's a possibility of them at least holding on to the word that they give us. If they were to so accept the terms of the conditions.
I'm gonna roll a history because I want to know what Esmos would know, not what
For the record, I'm 16 years old and lived in the bottom of the ocean. I have no clue what goblins are. And with them.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to separate player knowledge and character knowledge. So I'd like to roll a history.
Go
What
ahead.
I'm trying to figure out is, do I know the history of goblins actually keeping their word? Like, is it worth trying to get them to actually try to keep their word? Like, are they known to be, or have there been instances that more countable than one of them actually following through with what they tell you?
Go ahead. So with 13, obviously there's probably stories that Esmos would have ran across over the years of like how goblins are tricksters and such, and how fae are tricksters and such, and these seem to be fae goblins. Obviously you've taken that with a grain of salt in your studies, because anybody can be a trickster if they put their minds to it. Goblins might just get a bad rap. You aren't sure. With the 13, you probably have met a few goblins. You've lived a long life. I don't know how many times you would have relied on them keeping a promise. But none of them have, like, you turned your back and stabbed you. So they're not like bloodthirsty murderers, at least the ones you met. But these are a little bit different. They're probably a different, like, subrace of them being in the Feywild. So you're not 100% sure.
So I'm gonna talk back to him a little bit and shout back at them. Is there any guarantee that we could get from you to no longer come here? And again, this is everything. This is what we are trying to do. We still have, the people that you have killed their people for. They still get the final say because you are their captors. But if you can give us a sort of guarantee, we might be able to argue in your defense.
I think he kind of like half interrupts you with, but of course we would want nothing more than to never come back here. We don't want to die here. We didn't kill any of the people either. They're just lying to you to get you to do their dirty work for them.
I mean, I don't know those people, and I don't know you people. That's why I'm hesitant against attacking anybody. I'm just trying to help you guys leave, and if your goal is to not come back, nobody has to die anywhere.
That's insight was to see how I feel. Like, not just specifically him, but you said you've seen the goblins in the background around him.
Yes.
Reacting and stuff to some of the things they're saying. So I'm looking at them as a whole to see how they're actually,
So
are they genuine in what they're saying? We haven't actually killed anyone, or are they just like the facial tells of someone trying to hide stuff?
So you see a couple of them where you see him specifically with pretty straight face, though he did answer you really quickly, like he was trying to get it out before you added more. I think one of the goblins in the back like snickered for a second before another one hit it again. Like, and the big wolf creatures kind of like, or like creatures, the beasts, they kind of lick their chops and whatnot.
Alright, that's good enough for me. They're lying to me, and we are trying to help them, so I have no reason to defend them anymore. I am not saying that to them, I am saying that to the group. How do you guys feel about that? I feel like they're lying to me. You guys could feel differently, but I'm trying to help them. We are trying to help them. And they are lying to us. That is not a good way to go. And I have no reason to defend them.
Personally, I don't like the idea of hurting. However, I will always help you guys, I will go with what you decide.
I think at this point there's no leaving this without some sort of bloodshed. Be it ours, theirs, or the other herring guns around here.
I really don't want to kill other herring guns or other, but adventuring is hard.
Yeah, that is true. I studying books. I'm not really put in these type situations very well or very often.
This might be a surprise, but Pipes has not read many books.
Yeah, I still kind of want to try to handle this diplomatically.
Okay.
I mean, let me see if I can't get them to submit their weapons. I am entrusting that they're lying to you and us. And let me see if they'll submit their weapons to us one at a time.
Alrighty, I will let you take this over as I will step to the side and let you take the let Hera take the main stage per se.
Okay, so the only way that we're really going to be willing to help you is if you submit your weapons to us one at a time, so that we can escort you off of the land when we will then return your weapons to you.
When you say this, I think the captain kind of nervously has his hand on his hood, and he's like, "Now, after all mistreatment at the hands of these Herringons, you'll understand that we're a bit uneasy about giving up our only means of defense."
I understand that, but I'm express to you that I am not here to harm you. Once again, they sent us here to kill you guys, and we're not doing, like, if that was our goal, we would have done that already. So we're just sort of, we're trying to help you out. So, I mean, the only way out of here, if you guys want to live and just not come back here, is to submit your weapons to us one at a time.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion. I want to see. I'm gonna scroll up so I don't see what it is, because I want to see a I want to set a goal in mind about seeing it. Let's see, what would be something? I guess maybe a wisdom check. Yeah, I'm gonna do a wisdom save. Probably not gonna be great with their stats. So you got a nat 20. Are you shooting them, Ho-Ho? Or are you just clicking your bow accidentally? Okay. Just so I
just
don't...
seeing how it would do it, that's all.
Okay. Not a problem. I just wanted to make sure, like, and the Ho-Ho started to fight.
No, I was just seeing how, if it does tap up, how I'd have to do target each individual one. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think what more happens is like you definitely he stops his argument against you, Hala, like the argument for keeping the weapons, and I think he just like, well, you seem upstanding enough, but unfortunately, they're not gonna let us go. You see, I was trying to get you guys to help us, but they weren't lying. We raided to get food for our families, and we did end up killing some of them. I don't think they'll let us go whether we were armless or not.
There's always the chance of, if you give them a good gift, they might gift you your life in return.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything. On above Lorna, we have nothing. We tried to get a little bit extra, and this is where we got.
You could always give the gift of service and help them rather than, take away.
Help them replace what you've stolen.
If that would be the only thing we could offer. However, we have no guarantee that they would not just butcher us.
And they have no guarantee from you as well. It has to be based upon trust.
He nods his head. He's like, that's fair. Well, no matter what, you guys treated us like we weren't monsters. So no matter what happens, don't get involved.
Of course not. people aren't monsters.
You said, of course not. People aren't monsters. What?
Said, of course not. Short people aren't
Oh.
monsters.
Wait, some people think short people are monsters?
A look of abstract horror on Pipe's face.
Well, they can't think you're a monster. You're our king.
I am indeed.
But, and I think with that they all pile their weapons in one of the goblins' arms and like walks it to the middle of the field and drops it off and walks it back. And walks back.
So you said the Harengon are circled around the circle.
Yeah.
How are they reacting to all of this?
I don't think they are reacting at the moment. I think they're kind of watching to see how it goes.
I'm gonna try to start loading as much as I can into like Ho-Ho's backpack.
You're just going to pick up the weapons and putting it in Ho-Ho's bag?
Yeah, what's the point of making them submit if they're still just lying there?
Yeah, that's fair.
So just to clarify, so they're not being opposed to the idea of the Pipes said that
the
offering
serving.
service to.
That's the only way that you guys were very convincing, especially with that nat 20 from horror. Like they really are like convinced that that's the only way to live.
Okay, so
let us talk to the leader and let us.
Well, I would like to shout up, or I could have Pipes or someone else do it who's a little bit more charismatic than I am. I can even tell them what I would say, but I'll
do it in song.
I think right before you guys shout out, you guys do hear again magically enhanced voice. Agdon, shout out. And what a truly breathtaking conversation that happened. While it's not the outcome that we might have planned today, this was an equally entertaining show. Isn't that right, everybody? And you do hear, like, the people, like, agree with him. It's not like a roaring cheer, because it doesn't feel like a moment that calls for that.
Yeah.
But, he's like, and since they gave up their weapons willingly, and they look like they're being honest to you now, we will consider what they've said and talk to them in private, as I will do with you guys. And he kind of just bows towards you guys, and like walks off to go meet you guys elsewhere again.
Before we take off, I will walk up to them slowly, not aggressively. Are they doing it?
They are like they're moving it off to the side just so the way is clear.
Well, I'm
just in general, in the exit. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. I don't know if you were telling me the truth that they are not feeding you enough. I do not have a whole bunch of food, but I appreciate you being willing to try to settle this without bloodshed, and I will give them some of my rations in appeasement. It might mean nothing, but I will give them some of my rations.
I was just about to say, how many of them is there?
There's 5 goblins and 2 wargs.
Okay, well that's what, I'm gonna walk up to the goblins and give each of them 3 gold. And express to them, because, like, I'm holding on to their weapons, this is just, you know, like, this is just good insurance money, if you would.
Yeah. They never see the weapons again. At least they have the gold.
Exactly. Like, and they can keep the gold for all I actually care. I'm just...
Yeah. By the way, those are 5 short swords and 5 light crossbows that you picked up.
That I now have stuck in my backpack.
Yep. Aren't you glad you joined D&D, Art?
Again.
I look like a bristling porcupine right about now with all them sticking out of my backpack.
Brilliant old Gilgamesh.
Probably would have taken me more than one trip to load them into your backpack. I'm not very strong.
But you
Good
guys,
call.
after you guys do that, we'll go back to the main map as you talk to Agdon again. As he meets you in a different room, he's like, "Well, that wasn't quite what I expected. I can't say that I'm disappointed. You guys are very well spoken individuals. I'll keep up my side of the bargain and make sure my people don't mess with you anymore."
Thank you, and hopefully this can lead to a good relationship, or not necessarily good, but a relationship.
We
all
shall
of us.
see. We are going to need a bit of manpower because, well, with all the stirrings and stuff that's happening around here, I feel like, especially after we lost that magic item to you guys, I feel like Bavlorna might be coming after us after a while. So, me and my people are going to skip town, so to speak. So we could use the extra manpower to get everything in order.
Well, I do wish you the best of luck, and
Yeah.
may our paths cross again in these reasonable manners.
Oh, but of course. I hope all of you guys the best of luck as well. I will send, since you guys did me a good deed, other than keeping my people from attacking you, I shall, let me open this up and make sure, I shall send you on your way down to Downfall. I have a skiff that you can use. And that should get you all the way there. And he looked at you, Pipes. He's like, and you stay safe. I don't know where those Herringons that used to be part of my group are, but I'm sure they wouldn't want you to get in any danger.
I will keep an eye out for them. Is there any chance you know their names?
Who knows anymore? People change a lot in 30 years.
That's fair.
And he, goes on his way to start getting people in order.
When he walks over, I'm gonna lean back over to Esmos and be like, "What did you lose to us?"
That magic item that you were wanting to touch?
The jar, I believe.
The one that held our memories?
Yeah.
I don't recall these people, but anyhow,
Do I recall if it was him or the other, or her, or the other entity that was dealing with that one?
You definitely heard the other language.
Okay.
Because you're the only one that can understand it. So when you were hearing her speak, and you haven't heard her, why don't you explain it, Kelly, with Hara and Titan?
Hara is aware of Titan's existence, but she is not aware when he takes control of her. She is not aware of what her actions are, what she does, what he makes her do, and he has no care for her resources and stuff. Hence when he did finally get the gourd, he just identifies it without, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Ritual cat. His goal was just to see what this thing was.
Alright.
And that's so she has no clue what it was that he did when, essentially when her eyes go black and she's speaking in deep speech, she has no, recollection of what she's doing.
Okay. So I'll tell her that it was, whoever the other entity is that, or do we know the name of
Titan.
the other entity?
Yes, I've expressed Titan to you guys.
Okay. So, it might have been when Titan was doing the situation. Maybe that is why you don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I wish he would quit doing that.
It is. Do you know why that happens?
It normally happens when he's mad. I can't think of a time that I've ever been angry, but
Have you tried talking to each other? Like therapy?
Would that be like individual or relationship? What kind of therapy would that be? Pipes?
Pipes therapy.
I am interested in just seeing what pipes therapy is. Can you sign me up?
Of course.
Pipes, if you ever want to try, we can give that a shot.
When we have time, I shall do therapy sessions for all who wish for them.
Sign me up. I look forward to a pipes therapy session.
So you guys have a little raft now that can help you go down this little waterway over here into the town of Downfall.
Awesome.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit there, because that is something I changed, and I'm glad. Like, I was glad to reward you guys for trying not to be killers.
Yeah. As much as my adventuring rules say we should have just done it, that is against what it seems like a lot of us initially want to do.
Which is fair.
Well, fighting's not bad, but needs to be within reason. I don't feel it's smart to just go for all combats when situations can be resolved this way.
Well, that's what Titan doesn't mind violence, but Hara prefers to avoid it as much as she can. She tries to combat Titan's darkness by being overtly happy. And so, like, when she's in control, everything's fine, and she just tries to talk everything down, but when threatened, mad, pissed off, or whatever, he feels a bit more aggressively about stuff.
Okay. Do you guys take off down the river, or are we maybe resting a little bit before going there? I don't think you guys need a long rest. That's not me saying do you want one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I don't think I need a rest. I'm okay. I mean, unless you guys just want to take a quick breather. We have been flying and moving a lot, but we are going to be going.
A bit relaxing.
That's what I say. We might be going through the river, then we can relax then.
Yeah. I actually feel like pretty energized, like I haven't been doing a lot despite all the flying for some reason.
Yeah. Who cares who's complaining? Like, they must just be lazy people, Pipes.
Yeah.
I wasn't the one that carried Pipes.
So. So as you guys float down the river, oops, accidentally paused the game with my elbow. You guys come across this map here.
Jeez, I gotta zoom in.
Does that help?
Oh wait, before we get too far, did we want to give the goblins back their weapons, or do we want to rob them of that?
That was all you. Well, the goblins didn't come with us. They're still there.
I know, that's what I was saying, but we still have the weapon. So before we leave that place, we either give them back or we don't.
Well, we could leave it with the I can't remember the Haragon's name, but we can leave them with
Agdon.
Give them back to him.
I feel like we should leave the swords with him and give them the bows back. Equality and, you know what I mean.
Well, use your best judgment. You are the one that persuaded them, or you guys were the ones that persuaded them.
It's 100% Hara that did that. No matter what I rolled, it was not going to beat Hara's persuasion.
Yeah, we'll leave the swords with the Harangon and give them back their bows and explain to them that, like, when they have built this trust that we have talked about, You know, like, I am trusting them with their bows, and when they build their trust back with the Harengon, they will receive their swords back, and maybe even fellowship and food and everything else.
I think ain't the goblins are at a point where they agree that this is the only way for them to survive, so they're going to agree with you, like listen to you.
I'm hoping that we get to, next time we see them, they're a thriving community of goblins and Harengons.
Right, and I was just about to say, Horace just now had positive experience with goblins.
So all goblins are positive.
Just accepts them as short people. And
oh, I can't wait. I'm definitely going to do a one-shot after this game where goblins are attacking you guys, and she's going to be like, but you guys are nice. Okay. You guys are on this new map now. You're on a little raft in the water, and this is a river. Now, you guys can't see very far because the fog is so thick here. So yeah, as you guys are right where you guys are now, you'll see thick fog hangs heavily in the air, obscuring the area around you, so the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and current slows, giving the impression that you've entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving into two rowboats. Manning the oars on each rowboat is two bullywugs. So that happens as you guys... I wanted all of you guys to go together. That happens as you guys get up over here. And yeah, right about here. So as you guys are getting here, you see right here you see two sets of bullywugs and boats. In a croaking voice of Sylvan, so anybody that speaks Sylvan will understand this. They say, "Welcome to Downfall, travelers."
Does anybody understand what he said?
I'll speak back in a thing like, "Hello,
Nice to meet you."
It's nice to meet you guys as well. He has a very deep croaking voice.
You have a very deep croaking voice.
I thank you. I get it from my mother.
Mother sounds like a nice lady.
She was. So what brings you to Downfall?
Adventure.
But the adventure you seek, you should go meet our king. Gallop the 19th. He would be honored to meet your acquaintance.
Hey guys, you want to meet a king?
But
You already have.
Do you want to be a longer established king?
It might be nice to be a fellow king.
I think I was just slapping your face pipes.
I mean, a little bit, but that's okay.
I mean, this king has a kingdom, so.
I could have a kingdom.
Alright. Show it when we get back.
In Sylvan, they say, "Of course our king would like to meet a monarch such as thee," like, kind of looking at pipes.
Why, thank you.
They did.
How do I get a kingdom?
I think you kill a king. That is not anybody saying that at all. Don't take that as in character, Tom. I don't want. I don't want to
I,
incentivize that, but
That's funny that you said that because I was typing typing back to you as you had right before you had said that. I was in the process of typing this to you.
Beautiful.
It is. Great minds, Corey. Great minds.
Great minds.
They're like, there's a dock nearby if you guys need. You can park your skiff there.
Okay.
Although I wouldn't have known what he said because he's speaking Sylvan, so never mind. I mean, I know what you said, but I don't know what they said. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I relayed some of it.
Oh, okay.
Of course, he wouldn't leave his bird friends without understanding.
We're going to meet a king.
And they kind of point northwards, and as you guys get there, you see a dock.
Hey, are we here to Aren't we here to fight? Or, like, clear a well or something? I don't remember. I just came here for, the scuba snacks. The birdie snacks, actually.
It's never a bad idea to meet and greet before murder.
I mean, can you murder a well?
I mean, if you
Maybe.
try hard
I don't
enough.
know. Maybe if you drink all the water from it?
Okay.
I don't really know how wells work.
Up here, where's D2? I'm trying to find. Don't. I guess it has to be right here. So, yeah, this has to be. I see it now. I am actually going to turn off this special effect. I think it's really cool.
The
fog, yeah.
I like how it's actually moving around.
Yeah, no, it's a real fog effect I have turned on. This makes
Wait, is
things.
it moving?
Yeah. It's slowly moving.
Oh, that's cool.
And a penny drops. So you guys get off on land right about here on the docks. What you guys see nearby, looming, you can see the edge of it right here, looming above a ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes tied by wooden posts driven deep into the mire. The balloon bladders expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in its patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of ladders using a long silver needle and a spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings. Second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap up passing insects.
Well, they seem to be speaking language that I do not know, so you guys will have to take the lead on this one.
I'm always happy to translate as well.
Well, I'm okay standing back. You guys go ahead and take the lead.
Which way do we go?
I don't know. You're taking the lead.
You're in charge now, Pipes.
As our king, you need to make these decisions.
Okay. This way, I think.
I can't see it.
Oh.
Everybody. That's not even darkness. That's the fog. Sid. Everybody has the same vision. And now your allies can no longer see you.
you guys doing?
I just find it
Maybe though. Maybe we'll be able to.
just find it so interesting. So as you,
Roasting the chicken.
yep. So as you get here, Pipes, you see up ahead of you a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart break the surface of the water to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway. When you look in the water, you cannot see the bottom. It's too murky.
I do not enjoy this.
Pipes is gonna try and hop between the rocks, not between, like on the rocks, like in a nice hopping style.
Okay. You can do it easily enough. You can fly across, obviously.
I'm gonna fall right above Pipes.
Okay, right about there, Pipes. Before you move forward, I just want to make sure. What are the other people? Are they just following on the steps, or
Yes.
Ho Ho? Are you flying over too? What?
The way you're saying that makes me want to try to use the stones.
No, I'm just making sure what people are. That's all. What? You're afraid something might be in the water, Kelly? I will tell you the same as him. You can't make out anything in the murky water. But when Pipes gets where you are, you hear grumbling from underneath of you about ingratitude as the stone shifts a bit.
Oh, were we meant to thank the stone?
I didn't.
Sorry, stone, for walking on you. Thank you for the path. 1 second, stone. I will play you a song.
I'm gonna
Give me a persuasion.
Oh, okay.
And
Can I assist him?
what are you doing to help him assist the persuasion about him? Sorry.
Panically stop on the rock I was on and start telling them how much I appreciate them getting us across.
Let's see. And you're obviously proficient with it if you're asking. So yeah, go ahead and have advantage on that, Pipes. Okay. So, the grumbling stops, as you hear a huff, and, it settles back in, like, unmoving.
For the rest of the way, I'll play a wee song as I'm going, as like a wee thanks, like a wee little.
I'm also going to specifically thank each rock from now on.
What's great is, why he didn't need that, the DC was 12, so either way he had it. If you guys failed, it would want you to do it again, but sing your apology. And if you failed or refused, it would dump you into water.
I definitely would have sang an apology.
I know you would have. That's why I laughed. But you can make it across just fine. Said, you see this happening ahead of you. What do you do?
Just gonna sit.
Just sit on the rock?
I'm gonna sit on the rock. I don't like this. I don't like this situation. I'm gonna plant my ass.
After, go
I was
ahead.
muted. Sorry about that. If I don't see Sid moving, I'll go back and just pick him up and carry him.
In horror, what were you about to say?
I was just about to say, when we get to the other side, I'm going to tell Pipes that I appreciated his song. It was a nice song.
As he goes, grabs you, Sid, probably by your shoulders, and just kind of flies you above the rocks over, and just plants you over here.
Are we really sure that Pipes introduced himself to another king?
I mean, if he's our king, one of us should do the introductions. I mean, the king shouldn't introduce himself.
Are we drawing straws?
Hopefully,
I have to remember what his official title is.
By the way, it's not too hard for you guys to see, right? You guys can still move and see?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can, at least I should say.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm fine with whatever the group decides.
Hey,
Pipes, have you prepared your introductory speech?
I will write it right now.
in a fog he can't see in. Here's a question, and you don't have to answer this out loud, or you don't have to say this. Can Pipes read and write?
I think Pipes might have their own version of writing, but it might be slightly misspelt. I think they maybe understand it a wee bit, but will struggle.
Okay. So it's like Old English versus English.
Yeah, long words probably not, but if they're shortened and simple, Pipes will probably get it.
No grammar rules whatsoever. Gotcha. So, you guys are over on the other side of the water now. Where would you like to go? I think you smell a little bit off to the side, over here. You smell a little bit of what smells like charcoal.
Does it make me hungry?
If a burnt down building makes you hungry.
Oh, see, I'm thinking charcoal, cooking charcoal.
Yeah, no, it's charred
Okay.
timber.
Well, then that would not make me hungry. Where are we going, Pipes?
We will go this way.
Okay, to save this adventure a little bit, you notice an invisible wall ahead of you saying, "Do not go further." Because it's just empty map ahead of you. I'm not going to make you go all the way that way.
I'm feeling the urge to suddenly go right.
Let me just...
Why are you suddenly feeling an urge to turn right?
I don't know. Maybe it's the Feywild spirits. They sometimes give me feelings.
Yeah. I have now put an actual invisible wall there.
Hold on, why am I upset?
As you get...
Are you walking on your hands? That's so cool.
Okay. Yes, let me just roll
Okay,
check to see if I can.
As you're there, Pipes, as I kind of drag it up a bit more, you see this wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep, conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from the hole in its apex. The windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burnt wood. A clothesline attaches from one corner of the building exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments. And you can't see it from where you are, but it's through the building a little bit. And then there's stairs that leads up in the building, or you can walk underneath of it or around it, wherever you so desire.
Does anyone have a specific way they want to go? Shall we just continue forth through the building?
Whichever way our king wants to go.
So as you get up here, Pipes, and you look into the room, you see the room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burnt and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever the shelves contain. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bullywog in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill over the sides in his haste.
Pipes will start trying to like stamp out like the fires and stuff and help and just assist in any way and be like
help.
The bullywog looks at you and then Sylvan says, "Grab a bucket. We have to make sure the fires are out."
Okay.
And you see a workbench, low workbench off to the side, let's say up here, has 3 wooden buckets on it, 2 of which seem to have some water in there.
I will grab one with water.
Throw me the one without it and I'll fill it up.
I will grab the one without water and throw it towards Esmos.
I catch it in the most epic of fashions.
It smacks you up now. I'm gonna have to
I run. Scoop water. Now I'm back.
hold on, as I have to, I'm gonna delete some stuff and re-put them on the thing because that way they aren't tied to the same HP if you guys do anything. Looks like they are okay. They're separate now, but okay, I see. Anyways, you fill up. What's everybody else doing as they do this? Are they helping? Are you guys helping? Really good skills, Sid, walking on your head.
Alright. Can I maintain it?
I really want to say no. So you just fall on.
Oh, bro, come on.
So you fall on your knee. No, by saying no, it would definitely be a lot worse than you land on your feet. Okay, so for you, I think. So everybody will be. This is kind of like pseudo combat. Not really. You see where the coals are in here, and they are threatening to spark more fire. So you'll have to try to put them out with the bucket. With technically a dex check.
Am I trying to just do that for now, or
yeah, you can, but every turn you have to.
Check, not saving throw, right?
Yeah, check. It's like an attack roll, but you're not proficient in it. You throw the bucket, and the coal seems to jump out of the way as you do so. As it jumps out right where Pipes threw his, and Pipes douses this one.
I'm gonna help just for the fun of it.
There is another bucket up in there. you'll head up there with him. Grab the bucket and throw it at the next one that was just coming up behind Pipes. And it gets doused too. As other coals seem to jump about. What are the other people doing? There's only 3 spare buckets, now all of which are empty. As the coals are jumping around trying to ignite things.
Whoever might be more dexterous than me, I can be the one to fill the bucket and give you the bucket. But I'll take the bucket I have in my hand and go.
This coal, you get kind of close to this coal and it kind of jumps at you, Har. It's going to try to kindle you. So let me... 14 does not hit you, right, Har? Or does it?
It does, actually.
Oh. As you take 3 fire damage, and your robes light on fire a little bit.
Throw my water on him. Her.
I will throw the water over Hara.
You do so. You not only douse the I'll give it to you because he just attacked him, so it's in the same spot. As you douse not only the horror but the coals underneath horror as it lands. It's
pass back the empty bucket.
There's more coals bouncing all about.
I was just about to say, can I try to make one of them make a dex save?
Go ahead. Let me make sure it's not.
There's fire.
It's smoldering.
Use a bonus action to give
I'm
like
hoping that I can push this one out of
magical
the
inspiration.
Push what out of where?
I was hoping that I could push this one backwards.
Okay. So you want that one to make a dex save. Well, let me...
It's force damage, so because I'm like, I didn't know if these things had health or whatever. So I don't know if the damage would equate to being pushed, or if it would actually just take the damage, or however that goes. But my brain was like, worst case scenario, I might be able to like
push it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, roll to save for you.
Would I be fine to use a bonus action to give magical inspiration?
You can do that after he does this, as he pushes this one back a tiny bit backwards. And you want to give bardic inspiration to who?
Oh, just to Hara. They're wanting to do that.
Well, unfortunately, it's not the new one. Where the new one's really good, in my opinion, where you could give it if they fail to kind of help them. But what you do with yours is you give it to them, and it's like, hey, if you ever want an extra boost, use this, basically. You inspire him. You inspire her.
Sorted.
Should we do like a tunnel system with the buckets?
I assume you have a new bucket in your hand by now.
Yeah,
okay.
That would make sense.
I will do another dex check.
Yeah, you can also, you said you wanted to help Ho-Ho, so you can also be grabbing buckets and trying to douse them if you want. I'm not going to hold anything with you guys. The dex check is just, on the sheet, it would just be clicking dex. Ooh. I think you...
over myself by accident.
Yeah, I think you get excited and you just accidentally dump it on yourself.
That's what I was about to say. Noticing this works is I would try to avoid the one in front of me, and I would try to continue to do that to the two that are outside to keep them off and or away. So
okay.
that is applicable, let me know.
I'll give it to you this time because you hit around it enough that there's water on the floor. that it kind of hits and it takes damage. And I'm just assuming that you're just constantly doing it so they can be pushed back. It's not... They're not going to kill you, so I don't feel the point in just doing that to damage you for no reason, you know?
That's why I figured I could just, like, step around it.
And over time, too...
Because they're coming up behind me with buckets, so I was just...
Yeah.
I can't really push that one all the way across the room and outside, so I'm like...
Yeah.
Focus on the ones that aren't really in the building.
And after a time, because I'm not going to make you guys make throws, like, attacks for all of them. You guys managed to get all of the coals put out. And the Bullywug's like, oh, thank you. Some saboteurs set up the coals here to keep the building burning as they escaped. They took one of our airships and left. And they took somebody with them too. I don't remember seeing exactly who, but thank you guys very much for putting them out. And he's talking in Sylvan, by the way.
No problem. Anytime. I guess you can say we're pretty cool like that.
He just shakes his head and starts like sweeping up the floor with all the crud and everything.
What happened?
Yeah.
Why did he shake his head? I thought we did something good to help him.
I tried to do a pun, and I don't think he liked it.
Oh.
He does turn around and says to you, Pipes, you should probably go talk to our king, though, especially since you helped us. He just keeps going.
Oh, which way should I go for this?
It should be over the bridge that way, and he points over like this way.
Okay.
I'm guessing there's a wall here, so you have to...
Yeah, you would have to go out and around. So out the way you guys came in, and around up north. That wall is really getting in your way, Kelly.
Yeah, I started walking over there and I'm like, why can't I see anything anymore? And I'm like, oh wait, there's a wall right there.
And I think this is a lovely spot, like when you get right about here, Pipes. I'm going to stop you and we'll start up there next time. Let's get you guys all within sight of each other. But thank you guys for coming and playing D&D. It's getting about that time and I have work in the morning, so I'm gonna end here.
I don't.
Well, yeah, I know, but you'll probably come and see me.
Yeah, probably.
He has something wrong with him where he shows up at a Waffle House when he doesn't have to.
Oh my god.
Just had to force a habit.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Actually, it's cheaper to go to Waffle House to eat than what it is anywhere else.
Yeah, fair. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah,
That was great.
I found you guys' decisions interesting and fun. But for my stream, I am going to end it here. I should be live tomorrow with a game of some kind, and I know for sure I will be live on Wednesday with the new God of War. So until then, make sure to follow if you haven't, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.